All right. What up? What up? We are live. We got Spicy Hot in the back seat. We are going to be drafting out a underdog team here. Somebody requested, I can't remember who it was, in the last live stream that we do a Superflex Puppy, which is a contest that they're currently running over there on Underdog right now. So we're going to run one of those, give you guys some strategy insights of those ones, because it's a whole new ball game in Superflex, right? Because you got to it's a scarce position in a best ball league when you can only, start two quarterbacks every week and there's only like fucking 20 decent quarterbacks. It's definitely you see those quarterbacks flying off fast and furious, and we'll talk through some of the strategy as we go through. But if you guys want to join us, looks like Spicy Hot is joining the draft right now. It's waiting for two people. If you guys are already on Underdog, you can go ahead and check that out and maybe get into it and draft with us here. Or if you have not signed up for Underdog yet, of course, use promo code FSE, 100% back on whatever you put in. So if you put in $20, you'll have $40 on the site to play with. That is 8 drafts that you can do on the Superflex Puppy. We have the 101. Looks like we will be grabbing Senor Josh Allen at the 101, but definitely going to be pretty dope. We got some fellas in the chat here. Yep. Brock, what's up? What up? How was your weekend? Pretty good. Pretty good. For me, I was just, catching up on shit because while we were like working in New York, we weren't like working. We were like doing stuff with Underdog and for Underdog. We weren't like doing stuff for our own, channel. So I made sure to catch up on everything. Patreon wise, we're going to be dropping some stuff for those of you guys that are patrons. Our fantasy stats database will be dropping today, as will our redraft rankings manifesto. And again, another perk of using our code on Underdog is that you get our redraft rankings and dynasty rankings for free.
Yeah, and just wanted to mention that, like, that's basically what we've been revamping over the weekend, just getting those all set for you guys, getting that all ready for you guys. And obviously, I mean, we're going to be doing a ton of Underdog drafts. If you guys want that preparation, if you guys kind of want that insight in terms of how we would handle certain spots, it's all going to be in the manifesto. So I'm fired up. 101, you kind of talked about it. Josh Allen is the quarterback one in fantasy this year. And if you guys haven't been a part of these Superflex draft rooms yet, like, I wouldn't be shocked if 15, 18 quarterbacks are gone by our next pick.
Yeah, so the strategy that I've been deploying, and since me and Danny were in New York, we were able to enter a bunch of these drafts. I think I'm in 15 of them or 20 of them or so. Yeah. We didn't want to go crazy. We wanted to get more best ball manias in than we did Superflex Puppies. But the strategy that I've been deploying is that I notice, and this is really true every year I find in Superflex, is that the high-end quarterbacks are the high-end quarterbacks. They should be valued highly because we know how great they are going to be. But the Trevor Lawrences and the Tua Tagovailoas and the guys that we don't really believe in, but they're starting quarterbacks, they're getting overvalued. So I've almost noticed, for me, what I've been doing is taking some of those more undervalued QB2s as opposed to like the QB2s with upside that are going a little too high for my liking. Because you got to take, guys like Tua and Trevor Lawrence over like fucking Jamar Chase and like Justin Jefferson half the time, because they're falling to like the mid-second round in these drafts.
The thing I want to fade quarterback 2 in these drafts. The problem is, if you do, by the time it wraps around round 4 or 5, the best quarterback on the board is like Mac Jones. The best quarterback on the board is
I would rather have Mac Jones in the 4th round after having drafted one of those difference makers in round 2 and 3 than draft Spicy. I'll go to the quarterback position for a second. I just want to see where the drop off is. So to me, after Matthew Stafford, there's like a bit of a drop off with those guys, and Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields are all good options as well. But once you get into like Trevor Lawrence and Matt Ryan and stuff like that, I'm just going to wait for Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, Mac Jones is probably where I'm at.
The only concern I have is you might be left in a range where like Jared Goff and Carson Wentz is your next guy.
That's fine. I'm fine with those guys in my quarterback 3, to be honest. I'm fine with those guys. Quarterback 2, you mean? I don't need like, Trevor Lawrence is my QB3. Like I need a solid QB1 and a good QB2, or a solid QB2, but I'm not going crazy on QB3. I'll grab, Kenny Pickett or Daniel Jones or somebody like that.
No, quarterback 3, I agree. I'm saying quarterback 2. Like
you think quarterback 2, I'm cool with like a combination of those two guys.
It's fair.
Because you're going to be so strong at the other positions. And I think the difference between the other positions, who's going off the board, versus the difference between quarterbacks, the high-end quarterbacks and the lower-end quarterbacks is it's a smaller difference for those guys.
One of my favorite wraps, by the way, this year, we're 6 picks away, if it somehow falls to us, is if we're able to get Derek Carr and Devontae Adams on that turn.
Yeah.
It's something that's supernatural, I've noticed. Or, I mean, if Stephon Diggs falls, obviously we have Josh Allen. So potentially, this might be...
We can always go with like Aaron Rodgers, Stephon Diggs or something, or Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs or something.
Well, I was thinking Carr and Diggs, and then maybe on the wraparound, Waller falls.
Right. And I also think too, picking high in these drafts is extremely valuable.
Oh,
Getting one of those
yes.
elite quarterbacks, like if you're picking like 11 or 12, it's really tough, man, because you're going to be
The
you're inherently at a disadvantage because you don't have Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, whoever goes at the top end part, and you're not getting it's not like you're getting two great quarterbacks, because if you were getting like Trey Lance, Dak Prescott or something, then it's great, but from what I've noticed, most of those guys are off the board by like pick 12. And maybe you'll get one of those guys, but then you're forced to like reach on a Kirk Cousins or reach on somebody like that if you want another quarterback. And for me, I'm just more likely to take like McCaffrey because he's usually on the board, or Justin Jefferson or something.
top two. Top
Yeah,
two.
top two. Yeah,
Top two.
Diggs Cousins is a
Yeah.
pretty easy
Yeah.
pairing there.
And I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that. I go on the huge board after we pick Spicy. So, for example, that guy that went, Cup and Jefferson obviously is fantastic. The problem now is that when he wraps back around, would you rather have Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, and then a combo of, I don't know, wide receivers at that 3-4 turn area, maybe like AJ Brown and T Higgins? Or would you rather have Cooper Cup, Justin Jefferson, and a quarterback 1/2
Right. If it
in
works
that
out
spot?
this way, it definitely it plays out pretty well. And I guess it mathematically is going to work out this way more often than not. The hard part for me is like when you pick like middle of the round there, when you get like Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, because the quarterback that you're getting on the other side is like Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, and to me, I would just rather take Jamar Chase there, or Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, somebody like that.
Exactly. Also, I've noticed, like you mentioned it before. I know some people like grabbing all three quarterbacks right away, but I actually like punting the quarterback three because realistically, people automatically will associate it's super flex. I need three startable quarterbacks. For me, the way I see it is like, yes, you prefer to have a quarterback in that super flex spot, but it is best ball. If there's an instance where, a wide receiver you take scores 25 points in a game, like you're still going to be able to flex that in your super flex. So I like grabbing two like anchors at quarterback and honestly punting the quarterback three, even if I have to take, as you kind of said, go to the quarterback board, Spicy.
I like it if you do go early quarterback and you can get Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill, or Mac Jones as your next quarterback, that works out. But
If it falls
sometimes those
back,
guys
yeah.
are even going a little too high for that part, and I don't mind grabbing Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Kenny Pickett,
Like
or somebody like that.
honestly, sometimes even if I have to wait lower than that, like keep going. Like Pickett, I don't mind. You mentioned, even if I have to mix in like a Brissett, you punk quarterback three and you get Brissett. I don't think that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Wyatt says, "What's up, boys? Thoughts on Gibson this upcoming season?" I think Gibson is destined to be like a middling RB2. I don't think he's going to
Agreed.
be bad. I don't think he's going to be bad. I don't think people are going to. I think what we're looking at with Gibson this year is what we've
Cap
seen
ceiling.
from Josh Jacobs the past couple of years, where and maybe even not as good as Josh Jacobs, because Josh Jacobs has been a guy consistently scoring a lot on the goal line. A lot of carries, not a lot of receiving work. I think that's what we're going to see with Gibson. With McKissick there, they're probably not going to feed him a ton of receiving workload. And with Brian Robinson there, maybe that impacts his carries and his red zone work a little bit. I think what we're looking at is like a 240 carry, 8 touchdown guy, which is going to be like RB 24 in points per game, which is not going to help anybody win anything unless you're getting him like super, super late. If he falls to like round 8, round 9, because everybody's out on him, which I've seen happen in some of these underdog drafts, then he's fine there. But for the most part, I think in casual home leagues, people are still going to take him like round 4.
By the way, just noticing on our team, we may need to reach a little bit more than we usually would on quarterback three, simply because they both have the same buy. So we need to
Right.
secure at least a quarterback points there. Also,
I like Zach Wilson's like my number one target in these drafts because I just think he does not belong to go where he's going. Like
yeah,
the fact that like Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa go like way higher than him, I don't think it
round
should
and a
be
half.
a difference whatsoever between those three quarterbacks.
I agree. I mean, what's his ADP comparative to the board? Because I mean, he might be. Is
He
he
goes at
gone?
like pick 60, I believe, and those other guys go in like the mid to late 30s.
Yeah, I don't mind taking him if he falls back. He's week by or week 10 by, so we can deal with them. Who do they play week 7? Let me just take a look.
Anyways, Thomas says, "Hey guys, how was your trip? It was awesome. Super fun meeting up with all the incubators. Super fun meeting all the underdog crew and all the events and stuff that we did. All the content that we made was super awesome. Super awesome. So definitely really cool to meet up with those guys and pick their brains, especially because I mean all the Madden guys that we were with and Eric Crocker and some of the other guys that were there." They've all built up, bigger audiences and stuff than us. So it was really cool talking shop and strategy with guys that have, been successful for a number of years.
Yeah, no, it was honestly eye-opening, talking business, talking overall marketing plan with some of the guys that have seen sustained success. So being able to open up again, I was actually, on a spaces with Eric talking about business yesterday, and it's just eye-opening seeing, although we're all differing in terms of our actual paths of content, being able to say, you know what, like, although our content is different, our marketing plan is ultimately going to be following a similar structure. It is humbling, and it tells you like, like you're on the right path, you know what I mean? Which, we're not huge or anything, but sorry, we're not small or anything, but as a smaller creator in that program, seeing the bigger creators kind of have success with what we've already stated amongst our circles is eye-opening. So
Yeah. Reese says, Sweet can't jump in, but I'll listen in. Yeah, appreciate you, Reese. Reese also recently signed up for a full year of the Patreon. So we definitely we just got that option available on Patreon now. So if you guys don't want to pay monthly, you can actually sign up for full years and get a bit of a discount there. And spoiler alert, or like, behind the scenes, we're gonna add some of our merchandise as an incentive for those of you guys that want to sign up for a full year, because we have our merch kind of kicking right now. So on the board right now, I'd be cool going with like a Keenan Allen and then also grabbing a quarterback maybe.
Keenan Allen, now, okay, start Allen first, Spicy. Or do you want to take Allen over Pittman? The reason why I would personally just go with Wilson here, but the thing is, in week 7, the Saints play the Cardinals and the Giants play the Jaguars. So, I mean, realistically, if we're structuring our team, meaning that those two quarterbacks we have should be anchoring our position for the long term, and we're just looking for spike week potential in that week, you want to grab like a DJ or a Winston.
I'm cool going Daniel Jones because we can stack up his options with him really
Galladay,
inexpensively.
Wandale.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm cool with that.
All right, dope. So we'll do that. So looking at the team right now, you guys can see it. Allen, Cousins, Jones at quarterback. We're pretty much locked in. Like we don't need. Maybe we take around 14 Brissett type, maybe like a Geno Smith. Who knows? Like later on, but and that wide receiver core. I mean, talk about targets. Those two should combine for 330 plus targets.
So. Brock, yeah, we know New York was work hard, play hard. We know. Yeah, we definitely did get a lot of work done in the studio and stuff too. Yeah. We just can't release any of the content yet because they got to like cut it up and stuff. Brian says, if you have Hall as an RB3, are you worried about losing value on wide receivers in the 6 to 8 round range? I'm assuming you're speaking specifically on underdog drafts. I'm more likely to grab, if you have Hall as your RB3, that's a little more RB heavy than I like to go, to be honest.
4 running back build.
What?
You close it off at 4. You close it off at 4.
That's definitely a 4 running back build. To me, I don't usually end up with a ton of Breece Hall because if I already have 2 running backs at that point in time, I'm more likely to go with like a Allen Robinson or somebody in that range where Breece Hall is going. But if you do have Hall as your RB3, I am a little worried about losing value on wide receivers because, once you get to like the Sky Moore, Allen Lazard range, you're starting to get a lot less guaranteed spike weeks out of those guys. So I'm typically trying to leave the first like 8 rounds, I would say, with like 4 wide receivers at minimum.
Yep. No, I agree.
Because I do think this year, unlike most years, there is a bit of a drop off after, first after round like 3.5, like round midway through round 3, and then again after like round 7.
I would say like the last, because I would always like describe the fall off at around the Pittman area, but maybe, I would probably put Pittman back up into that area now. So I noticed like after Pittman, like as much as I like Marquise Brown, as much as I like Jalen Waddle, yada, 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 I do notice from a sheer target potential standpoint, you are taking a little bit of a dip. And then you mentioned that next range, like, after the Elijah Moore,
Mooney, Elijah Moore,
Adam Thielen, Devontae Smith,
Juju, Amari Cooper. If you guys like those guys, that's like the area that we're talking about. Because then once you get after those guys, then you are looking at like Allen Lazard and like Sky Moore and even like Traylon Burks if he's still there too. Like I'm not 100% sold on those guys.
No, I'm still more willing to take Burks because, I mean, especially in a best ball format.
Yeah, actually, to me, the drop-off is Burks and Ayuk. Once those guys are off the board, that's when it starts to fall off quite a bit. And I'm hoping, for the most part, that when I do these underdog drafts, I have 4 or 5 wide receivers by that point in time. And I can start – because what I also notice is at that point in the draft, there's a lot of running backs on the board that I like. I love, Damian Harris and Cordero Patterson and Ramondre Stevenson and Alexander Madison and guys that are going in that range. Because I think at, positional value, it's similar to what we saw last year, because last year, round 8 or so is when the wide receivers fell off, but you could still get James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, Ronald Jones. I mean, he didn't work out, but like those were the type of guys that you were getting in that area.
Hey,
And I loved drafting those guys instead of reaching on a wide receiver because, I think people overestimate how big the RB dead zone is. It's more like rounds 3 to 6 than it is like rounds 3 to 8. Like I feel like some people think it is.
honest to God, I'm looking at it right now, dude. I have a shit ton of Ronald Jones so far.
I don't have a ton of Ronald Jones so far. I have a
What
little
percentage
bit.
are you at?
I get a ton of the Patriots running backs in that area of the draft.
I don't have a
get
lot.
a ton of Damian Harris from Andre Stevenson. I get a ton of Madison. I got a ton of a couple other guys in that range too. There's a few going around there that I really like.
What percentage Ronald Jones are you right now?
Well, I've only done 15 fast drafts. The
I've
rest
done
of my
18.
drafts are slow drafts, so most of them are not done yet.
Fair.
The ones that I've done so far, but I'll take a look right now. You can answer some questions if you want.
My fast draft exposure on Rojo is pretty crazy. Money Mitchell's my 101. I have Mitch Trubisky, baby. What's the best area to draft into? Okay, yeah, we did answer this. He mentioned this later. They need to give my facts. Point per handoff league. Let's make it happen. Should I trade Jefferson for Jamar for a trade offer? Honestly, Matthew, like those guys are literally pick them out of a hat. If you prefer Jamar, go make the move. If you want to keep Jefferson, keep Jefferson. Like they are. Like,
I have Jamar higher simply because his quarterback is better, but that's about it. Yeah, we're on the clock here.
You want a full zero RB this, get Gabe Davis for the correlation with Josh Allen, and then also go like Terry McLaurin?
Sure. Yeah, let's grab Gabe Davis here.
Do you want to go Gabe?
Davis.
You want to go Davis? Or you want to go McLaurin and Metcalf?
Let's go McLaurin and Metcalf.
Okay.
Or Gabe Davis. I don't give a fuck about the correlation. Let's be honest here. Like
we can just get Dawson Knox later.
Yeah, those guys are just better players. Yeah, we're gonna go. So we're gonna go full zero RB here, and I think. Oh.
Just refresh it.
Yeah, hopefully that'll go through.
Anyway. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I like going zero RB in these drafts because you have the quarterbacks and wide receivers that you can, because you get the wide receivers at such a good value because of the quarterbacks going so high that you can fill out like a 5-6 running back build with a number of like the Damian Harris types. Like there's so many because they go so late in these drafts.
I've noticed that the running back value didn't really get pushed down as much. To be fair, there's also one less receiver spot, so that's probably why wide receivers get pushed down more comparatively to the running back position. So it makes more sense. However, and keeping that in mind, we're probably not going to take with this build more than 7 wide receivers because of that. But I do notice that
20 rounds in these drafts too, though.
There's 20.
Yeah, so there's 2 extra rounds than there is in Best Ball Mania. So you do typically end up with 7 or 8 wide receivers. If
this is probably a 7 running back build, if I were to guess.
Yeah, I would say so as well. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take 7 running backs. So Jared says, I'm drafting at 12 in a full PPR Superflex. I'm not sure how to go about it. I'd like to be about 6th or trade both my 112 and 201. Any ideas on what I should do? Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about a dynasty league and not a redraft league. I like picking at the 1-2 turn in dynasty because you can typically end up with Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, or maybe you go like Pitts and Dak or something like that, like Danny just said. So I get you the appeal of going up for one of those elite quarterbacks and Lamar and Kyler at like 6 or something like that. But if the trade value isn't there, like they want like way too much from you, I'm cool just sticking and picking at those picks there.
Yeah. Whoops, you answered my question. Yeah, we good. If my running backs are Devontae, Gibson, Brees, AJ Dillon, yeah, that's more than good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fine. Yeah, especially with those wide receivers too. Like you definitely compete with that team.
Another Judge walk-off. Yeah, didn't they get no hit for 2 straight games before that though? Spicy hot talking shit in the back. Yo, I still can't believe we actually missed the walk-off because Zerk wanted to go.
I'm mad at Zerk for that, man. I have Gibson in my keeper league round 10. Would you rather keep him or Elijah Moore in the like without question Elijah Moore round 10 over Gibson 100%. Pretty much all the stud running backs will be kept as well. Yeah, that's not going to influence my decision whatsoever. I'm taking Elijah Moore at a round 10 keeper price over Antonio Gibson any day of the week. I know they're probably going to go pretty similar in terms of like where their actual ADP is this season. Gibson and Elijah Moore, I'd imagine they're both going to be like 6th round picks, but I'm taking Elijah Moore every day of the week.
Yeah. No, agreed. I got a trade offer for Chase. Yeah.
We already talked about that. Yeah, if you can get anything, Chase for Jefferson, should I take it? Like if they're willing to give you like a second on top of it to get it done, then sure. But like I don't really see a huge difference.
Or third, like
yeah.
I would keep Justin Jefferson in a 3 wide receiver, 3 flex soldier. Am I really like the later round running backs? Trust go around Sky as well. Yeah, no, I agree. Walker's like 91st in normal BBM. Where's he go in Superflex Spicy? Probably
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
not sure
100
exactly where he goes.
range.
I've actually ended up with a fairly decent amount of
110.
Kenneth Walker in some of my drafts.
Yeah, so he does go 110, so that makes sense. And then James Cook is probably like 125,
Yeah.
give or take. Yeah. Well, I'm actually right on with those ADPs. Jesus.
Yeah. Chase
Um,
versus Jefferson is literally 2 Spider-Man memes. Exactly. That scared me. Should I trade Cup and Olave for DJ Moore and Metcalf?
yes,
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
a heartbeat.
I like I
Assuming
mean,
that's dynasty.
the only thing I will say is that if you're like in a position to win the championship this year, like Cooper Cup is going to be a bigger difference
Yeah,
maker than
that's
DJ
fair.
Moore and Metcalf. Um, yeah, that's a tough decision. If you're like in a position, I'm going to win the championship, then I might keep Cup depending on the rest of my team. But DJ Moore and Metcalf, long term value, I would take that side of the trade. And if you're looking to get a little bit younger but still stay competitive, I think that's a good transition to make.
Spicy, what are the running backs left after Mitchell? Mitchell, okay. I have an idea. Like, I want a receiver at this turn. I think, oh, fucking Pacer took him. Never mind. I was gonna say
Adam
if Thielen
Thielen.
fell
I don't
back,
mind
yeah.
Devontae Smith here still too
I
though.
don't mind Devontae and maybe one of those running backs.
What do we got? Yeah, what do we got at running back other than Elijah Mitchell and Sanders here?
Pollard, I don't mind. Walker,
I honestly don't mind going Mitchell and Pollard with this pick.
I don't mind it. If Smith is gone for sure. I
If
don't
we
think
go with
Mitchell gets to us
if we
though.
double tap those two running backs, I don't mind that at all.
I don't think Mitchell gets to us because Jay Huffs might take him. That's what I'm eyeing.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Do you have, yeah, facts literally though. Do you have to be a patron? No. So basically, if you want to get in any of these drafts, we'll literally just like tell you when we're queuing. You can queue in with us, and if you don't already have an Underdog account, you guys. I mean, I'll just click it off here. Promo code FSC 100% matchback up to $100. So if you want a little money, a little cash to win some more cash on Underdog, join up and you can get in some drafts with us. So no, you don't have to be a patron to do that. Hey fellas, I'm in rebuild mode. What type of capital do you think is good return for Hunt? If you're in rebuild mode, like if you can get a 2023 2, I think that would be about appropriate.
Yeah, I would want like early to mid too if I can, because I think Hunt can be able to fetch something like that. But that's probably what I'd be looking for. Yeah, maybe go for like a 2024 2 and 3 or something if you can.
Devontae Smith has to be one of the picks here because of
Both
value.
of those guys went there. Yeah, give me Devontae Smith for sure. What else do we have at tight end?
Goddard stands out.
Yeah,
We
are
can
we
get
gonna
some
be able to, we
correlation
got
there.
Dawson Knox for the Bills correlation.
Yeah, we can end it at 2 if we go
We're gonna
Goddard
have
as
to.
well.
We're not gonna get him at the next pick.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
I don't want to reach
I
on
don't
him
know.
though.
How far down is he on the overall board? Like, yeah, okay. Well, let's
109.7.
risk it. Let's risk it. We'll see if we can get him.
Because we
Can
don't
we
want
grab
to
Devontae? Do we grab another receiver here, Michael Thomas, and then be like?
I
Really
would say maybe go Goddard so we can end it at 2 tight end build.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we don't really realistically need another wide receiver right now. And then literally like this is going to be a 7 running back build. Like
we're gonna have to just
pound
out like Tyler Algier and JD McKissick types
Yeah.
and shit like that in the mid rounds or the late rounds.
Yeah. I mean, again, Brock's kind of mentioning Cook. Cook would be a perfect correlator for this team as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What would you do this year? RB or wide receiver? Honest, it really all depends on who's on the board. We don't.
Yeah.
I like to leave my drafts like the first 5 rounds with like 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs if I can, but like I'm not married to any one strategy. If it's all going to depend on who's on the board for me.
If it's a redraft league, I'm not leaving my first 5 rounds with more than 2 running backs. I just can't.
Yeah. Oh, same here. Yeah. I'm not going to have like 3 running backs in the first 5 rounds, but I would like ideally, I think based on what I've noticed about the ADP this year, I like getting an anchor running back in round 1 or 2, getting a wide receiver in round 1 or 2, another wide receiver in round 3, and then hopefully getting ETN, Akers, or Dobbins round 4 or 5.
I should just point out, by the way, both of them are by week 7, but literally we can just take like a fucking week 18 or round 18, round 19 tight end.
We can grab. No, the fucking Giants don't have
Knox
Ingram anymore. I was gonna say we can grab Ingram, but he's not on the Giants anymore.
Genuinely, if we have to go like scroll down a tight end, Spicy. If we have to take like keep going,
Logan Thomas or something,
like even lower, honestly. Like even if we have to take like Trey McBride or CJ Uzama, Kate Otten, like
Yeah, sure. We can
Someone
grab
like
somebody like
that.
that.
Conklin.
If you're on Superflex, yeah. So yeah, Brian, it also depends where you're picking too, because I think going RB is only, I would say it's the best to do if you're like, I'm married to RB, which is again not a really good idea, but if you want to go RB, the best place to pick from would be the top 3 picks, I would say, because you're going
Yep.
to get Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and then on the turn you should be able to get one of like Leonard Fournette, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams.
Yep.
How would you rank Elijah Moore, Drake London, and Garrett Wilson from a dynasty perspective or a redraft perspective? In redraft, it goes Elijah Moore, tier break, Drake London, Garrett Wilson. But in dynasty, I would probably go Elijah Moore and Drake London in that first tier, and then Garrett Wilson.
Wait, show that. Sorry, I queued out for a second. I would rank that London, Elijah Wilson in that order.
In dynasty?
Yeah.
Yeah. In redraft, it's the way he has it written, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though London, Elijah close, but yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't think it's close. I think I would rather have Elijah by a lot in redraft.
Really, eh?
Yeah. Keep Cup in the 3rd or Andrews in the 6th, full PPR.
Cup.
Yeah, in full PPR, the advantage that Cup gives you is just huge.
Yeah.
Oh man, I like Cook at 125. Yeah, I'm actually a little shocked he's going that low. I'm kind of surprised he's not going more where Kenneth Walker is going.
Oh, I mean, we could wrap around with Walker. We might need Knox here though. No, wait, is Knox available? Yeah, Knox is available. It should be, right? He's not ranked. He's not ranked over Ertz, is he?
Yeah, he is. He's gone.
Ah, fuck, he is. Okay, so we'll that's honestly fine because
Yeah,
we probably
I'm
want to keep
Ertz
running
here,
backs.
even if we don't get him to fall.
Yeah, we can go Ertz or we can go just 2 running backs.
Yeah,
because
we need to probably look at running back soon. Yeah.
What about Walker and and Cook?
Who's available? Yeah, Knox is gone there. Who's available at running back there? Kenneth Walker's still on the board.
Walker, Hunt, Singletary.
He's got to be gone. He's not going to make it there. Cordero Patterson, Kareem Hunt would be a nice little turn here, I think.
CPAT over Cook?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm not really in on CPAT, to be honest.
I don't think I'm on that position.
To win. Then take the value there.
Yeah, take the value then. Yeah, for sure. Lexi says, happy Manscaped Monday, Mr. Bush. Yeah, promo code Bush, 20% off. Titans saying Traylon Burks not practicing, and Tannehill said that's not good. Does he drop an ADP rookie dynasty draft?
I hope so.
I would say, dynasty rookie drafts, I doubt he's going to drop very much, but he definitely could, below like Jameson Williams maybe, among wide receivers, Kenneth Walker, or something like that. So 106 to 109 range, yeah, if you can get him there, that's definitely great. And then rookie 80. Actually, let's make these picks first, and then I'll answer.
I prefer Hunt over CPAT.
I think Walker's got to be the first pick for
Walker for sure, but I would rather Hunt than CPAT if we're going to take one of them. I'm not in on CPAT.
I like CPAT better.
I can't buy a 32-year-old running back coming off that outlier season with more additional.
I don't think Hunt is in like a terrible offense.
Hunt is more. We don't even know if Hunt's going to be on the Browns to start the year. First of all,
we don't. But I'm voting CPAT 100%.
Spicy makes the decision. I would go Hunt. You go CPAT
here.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Spicy. He's thinking about it right now. Oh, okay. There we go.
Fucker.
Let's go.
Lexi also says, does Burks, I think, will drop a lot in redraft because of these issues. Like, I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be like a 10th round pick or 11th round pick or something like that. I love taking shots on rookie wide receivers in like rounds like 8 to 10 because you can always cover your own ass a little bit by grabbing like Tyler Boyd types if you play in like a deeper league where you got to stash a bunch of like PPR options or whatever. Is the Falcons offense good? No, of course not. True. It's not good, but Cordero Patterson has a more defined role in his offense. And I know in these kind of tournaments, you want to hit the nuts, and Kareem Hunt would have to probably have some games where he's the starter. But I think Cordero Patterson could have as many spike weeks, even if Kareem Hunt gets like 5 games that Nick Chubb is out.
So I think they're at worst comparable offenses this year. That's my take on it. Falcons versus Browns. I'll take the 27.
I think the Falcons would be a better offense than the Browns if the Browns don't have Watson.
I don't think Brissett's terrible, man.
I don't think he's terrible. Like,
Like,
is he? No, he's pretty. He
are
runs
we
a
sure?
pretty vanilla offense, man.
But
They got Pitts, they got London, they got CPAT. They got some good players there.
are we sure that Mariota / Ritter is going to be better than Brissett this year?
I don't know. Mariota's been okay the last
Maybe,
time,
but
couple
I mean,
times.
I think you just
I think
mentioned
Mariota's a better quarterback than
but
Brissett. I don't even think it's close.
but you just mentioned the pieces on the Falcons offense, one of the best offensive lines in the league. Nick
What are the pieces
Chubb,
on the Browns
Amari
offense outside the
Cooper,
running backs?
very very
Amari
comparable.
Cooper ain't moving the needle.
Not to mention with Kareem Hunt, you're already getting a player who's shown to be a top 15 running back, even with Chubb there, and still getting the bull case of Chubb missed time.
Yeah, a top 15 running back, even with Chubb there, when the offense was really good.
And that's fair, but I do think he's going to be the receiving back. So technically speaking, if they are even a worst offense, maybe you get some, deflated numbers like what CPAT was living off of last year.
I guess. I don't know. I still tend to believe that maybe I'm not saying CPAT will have as good of a year as he had last year. I highly doubt that. But I still tend to believe that Arthur Smith will want to keep him heavily involved in the offense, and the lack of, some of they don't have really a short area target, right? Other than, rookie Drake London. Because
I just have a hard time believing
tight end who's like a stretch guy. Like, I don't know. I think CPAT's going to have a pretty solid year. And if he's going to go in this range of the draft, I'm cool with him here. I thought he was going to end up having an ADP in like the round 6-7 range, but as like a 9th, 10th round pick, I'm totally
the
cool
problem I have. They're both volatile type of running backs with, both having upside cases, both having insulation cases in terms of their involvement in the offense. But in that case, I'm going to take the 27-year-old that I believe is like really talented over the 32-year-old coming off the outlier season. So
I don't know.
That's just my thought on it. Not to mention, we were looking at per efficiency because, I mean, CPAT was propped up by 11 touchdowns last year. And I mean, if we think Kyle Pitts,
he showed that like big playability and some involvement, like in goal line situations and red zone situations. Again, it's probably a moot argument. They're probably going to both be like middling, like flex options, but I think the spike week potential is higher in favor of Cordell Patterson, and obviously the spike week potential is really high for Hunt if Chubb were to get injured. But
by the way, guys, if you are listening to the live stream, comment down below who you'd prefer between CPAT and Hunt. Also, Spicy said Suri wanted Hunt, man. No, we already got one no Hunt. I'm joking. I think I feel better about Atlanta feeding CPAT versus anything.
I do too. That's where I'm at with it.
And then the next comment is Hunt all day. So we got the chat divided.
Classic like Twitter thing where people are like, it's Hunt and it's not even close. And then somebody's like, I think it's CPAT and it's not even not even close.
Yeah, realistically, Bush, I get it. Like, talent-wise, Mayfield is much more talented than Brissett. But an injured Mayfield versus what Brissett would do this year, is there really a big difference? Like, Mayfield wasn't good with that injury.
Okay, but like, can I ask you this? Where did Kareem Hunt finish in points per game despite Chubb missing some games?
Hunt was a top 15.
Or no, Hunt was the guy that was injured this year, not last year.
Either way,
yeah, I'm not a huge Hunt guy. I don't think the Browns are going to be good at all.
Galladay with one of these picks because we have Daniel Jones, and then we go with a running back with the other.
Right.
Which running back do you want? Do you want a Madison type, or do you 100%,
want? Yeah. This is also why I kind of wanted CPAT too, because I like to build out my running back core with different archetypes, and I knew I'd be targeting Madison with the next pick, and both Hunt and Madison are handcuffs.
I don't think Hunt's a handcuff at all.
I do.
At all.
I think he's mostly a handcuff.
I think he can give you top 20 production.
Okay, but we're playing best ball here. Where is his spike week's going to come from? His
receiving work
goal right now, or are they going to come from if Chubb gets injured?
Well, he's got both. That's why I think he's such a value.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that high on Hunt this year, I suppose. Frank Reich is a wizard for pulling that off. Yeah, big facts.
Yeah. I feel like it's better about Hunt's page, but CPAT probably. Yeah, no, that's a good take on it.
That's my thing about CPAT, man, is that we saw the high-end weeks last year. And I know it was like the first time in his career that he did that, and I don't want to chase his efficiency last year, but this was also like they kind of built this offense around him last year, and I think they're going to continue to use him to that extent. And while Kareem Hunt has a receiving role in his offense, it's not like they're trying to run the offense through Kareem Hunt's receiving role. They run the offense through the ground game, but it's not necessarily through Hunt.
That's fair.
It's more Chubb. Hunt all day was 10 overall last year. Yeah. Always smashes when he gets the snaps. Yeah. Madison. I draft Madison. He's actually my third highest owned running back on Underdog right now.
He is like fourth for me, I want to say.
I have Akers, McCaffrey, and then Madison are my three highest owned.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's my 8th right now at 16% ownership.
Yeah, I got him at 22.5%.
I got ETN at 21.1, Jacobs at 21.1. And my top 2 right now are Ronald Jones and Darrell Henderson. I think Ron.
I have Akers over 32%.
I have Akers at 15.8% just for diversification. Also, Akers and ETN, I basically just flip a coin between whenever they're on the board.
Yeah, they're pretty normal there. Base take, pass on both for James Cook. Yeah, James Cook is still on the board, is he, or did he go?
He went long gone.
Oh yeah, he's big gone there.
Okay. I
mean, Algier is going to be a guy that I'm going to be looking at here.
I dig Algier. Go to the running back board, Spicy.
Do we have another tight end? We don't have another tight end. Is anybody on the board right now?
Maybe Henry.
Henry just went, I think. I just saw him go.
Oh,
no, he's still there.
Yeah, Henry.
I think I was noticing when we were loading our redraft rankings manifesto in, you are way too low on Hunter Henry.
I mean, I
you have him at like 19.
I have him at 18, but I also think like tight end after 11 is.
He's like my tight end 12.
Yeah, but I think like after 11, it's just like pick your poison. I don't.
Right, but like Hunter Henry had a
I would rather
role in an offense that doesn't really have a solidified target.
I'll bet you right now Gerald Everett outscores Hunter Henry this year.
Oh, I will take that bet any day of the week.
Okay, we'll do it then.
Yeah, give me Hunter Henry all day there.
All day. All right, we'll do that. Spicy can chalk that in the privates.
Chill.
Ooh.
Gordon and Madison are the two RBs I like to target. Yeah, Melvin Gordon's also great for best ball, especially. I think I am of the belief that Javonte Williams takes over the 1A role of that offense pretty comfortably, but I do think Gordon is still going to have a role and some spike weeks. And obviously, if anything happens to Javonte, he's a good pick. So I also love Gordon in that like 10th round range of the draft. If you don't get CPAC, I think Algier is a good target, to be honest. Yeah, I also love Algier too. So
now we have Goddard. Okay. No, we don't have Jalen Hurts. Okay.
I'm actually a little surprised Algier's ADP isn't higher.
Check the running backs, Spicy. Or do we want to go at least one tight end this turn? Or do you want to wait for the next turn?
Who do we have at tight end other than Njoku there?
Everett, Bray.
I like Njoku the most out of these tight ends here.
I don't mind Njoku. We could wait on Fant though. Maybe he falls back.
Yeah. Is Drew Lock on the board?
Drew Lock, he should be. I would be shocked if he wasn't.
He is on the board.
We could wait.
We could try and pull some shit too.
I think maybe we can go Baker. Is Baker available still? We don't need a third quarterback, honestly. Like I don't mind just punting it. Okay.
I'm cool. I'd be cool if we grabbed Fant with this next pick and Lock with our pick after, like the next round.
Okay.
So we grab Fant here as one of our tight ends, and then we go with like a wide receiver, or is Fant going to fall back to us?
What's Fant's ADP is my question. He is currently 176.
We'll have to pick him here.
Okay. We need a running back for sure, though.
Okay, 100%. So let's grab Algier and Fant then.
Algier and Fant? Or do you want to go Algier and Gainwell and hope one of the tight ends falls back?
With our turn pick, we could get Fant, if we get Fant here with our turn pick, we can grab another running back and Lock.
That's fair too, because I mean, realistically, we can still get like a McKissick type.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we drafting another wide receiver? Or are we done?
We have 7 right now. We have 6. We might want one more.
Yeah, so we'll grab one more wide receiver. Yeah. We could probably grab like Wandale or something as our last receiver.
Is Osborne available? Did Osborne go?
He's probably
where's Osborne ADP? Check wide receiver.
He might be available actually.
Osborne. He just got drafted. Then he literally just went. That's crazy.
So let's grab Algier with this first one here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm digging.
And then I like Fant as the second pick.
I don't mind that. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I think.
And then and then start some running backs for the next turn because we're gonna probably need some more. So we're looking at
David for sure.
They're gonna be gone.
Darrell Williams too, probably gone, but like we'll just start them anyway.
Jamal McKissick.
I like Gus Edwards too.
I don't mind Gus. Yeah.
Marlon Mack's not bad. Also,
I don't mind Mack. Keep going down a little bit more spicy. Like out of that range, Brian Robinson,
Ingram,
I don't mind.
Probably too.
Yeah. Sony, I don't hate. D'Ernest, I really like. I really like D'Ernest.
So that should be good at the running back position.
I don't mind Kenyon Drake. And then
how many running backs do we have? 5?
We have 4 right now. We should start James White and Keontae Ingram too. I would say we're gonna have to load up on those guys. Like load.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be drafting a couple of running backs.
Like I don't mind closing off the wide receiver position with like a round 20 guy.
When there are so many players on the Falcons, I love to target, but remember they're the Falcons. Yeah, big facts. How do you feel with London as a wide receiver 3?
In redraft,
In redraft, I would hate that, but in dynasty, I don't mind it if you're like a rebuilding team, and you're not intending to compete. But if you're competing in either redraft or dynasty, I would be a little nervous having him as a wide receiver 3. If you just mean is he a wide receiver 3 in redraft this year? I think he can be, but I'm not going to bank on that.
Yeah. Adding to that, if he's your wide receiver 4 in redraft, I'm really comfortable with that. If he's your 3, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
is how I would say it.
Everyone hit the like button. Yeah, listen to Brock here. If you guys haven't already done so, hit the like button, comment, leave some comments. We'll definitely get through them. We haven't missed a comment yet. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. If this is the first video you guys are checking out of ours, maybe you're watching this back after the fact, hit the subscribe button. And again, if you want to join us on Underdog, if this looks like fun to you, if you enjoy the strategy portion of this kind of stuff, you can take your luck to the gauntlet here and to the best ball mania, to the Superflex Puppy drafts. And again, using promo code FSE at sign up, link is down below in the description. You'll get 100% back on whatever you put in. And also our Dynasty Rankings Manifesto and our Redraft Rankings Manifesto for free for doing that.
Yep. Also, you remember how I mentioned the Korean tweet earlier, third universal socialism?
Yeah, I did see that.
Graham responded to it. The socialists are trying to take over the perfect capitalist snake system. Unreal.
Yikes.
You guys hate the third universal, eh?
Yeah, there goes Jimmy G. Hopefully Lock. Can you star Lock as well?
Yeah.
It is a risky pick though, because it's possible that
I just wouldn't take a 4th quarterback in this build.
You
honestly,
wouldn't?
I wouldn't. I think we're more than fine.
I still think I still liked Fan even without the 4th quarterback,
Yeah.
but I just thought because we have Metcalf and because we have Fant, we could stack up Lock with them.
I don't know.
You don't need to take a 4th quarterback. It's up to you.
Just because we're so like deep at running back, I would want to embrace for variance there. So I'd want as many dart throws as possible.
Well, dude, is it possible that we're gonna have 8 running backs with this team?
I would say end it at 7 because I mean we want a 3-7-7.
There's 20 rounds,
19 rounds. So
we can go 8 running backs in this build because we have 20 rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if we go 8-7 for running back and wide receiver, that's 15. Then we go 3 quarterbacks, and we'd only go 2 tight ends though. We probably want a 3rd tight end, so maybe we go 7-7, 3-3.
Yeah, I would want to get at least 2 running backs this next.
3-7-7-3 is probably what we should.
3-7-7-3. Yeah, I dig that.
Is there any wide receivers that are interesting? Like David Bell's kind of interesting here if he falls, and then we can close out the wide receiver position.
I dig Bell, though I don't think we can afford to pass on 2 running backs on this turn because of the fall off there.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And
I also don't mind Ingram here too.
Oh, we are at a decision point though because Wandale is there. We do have Jones and we do have Galladay. I don't know. I kind of want 2 running backs here, but at the same time, I don't know if Wandale would fall back if he even makes it to us.
Yeah.
I don't think he would at all. Actually, he won't fall back. What's a backup plan at running back if we miss? Not much. Ugh.
I like Jamal and McKissick here, to be honest. I just want to go with those 2 guys.
I agree. I agree, but
if do we want to go? We have McLaurin too. Do we want to go B-Rob and McKissick instead? Sorry, not B-Rob and McKissick. B-Rob and Jamal, or is McKissick just the better pick?
McKissick's a better pick.
Yeah, I was thinking the ceiling potential of Brian Robinson is probably a little higher than McKissick though. If Gibson were to get injured,
that's fair. But if Gibson gets injured, I do think
Jamal.
Okay, yeah, fuck.
We could go just McKissick here and then grab.
You want to go
David
McKissick
Bell.
and Wandale?
Is David Bell?
Bell's gone.
Okay, Bell's gone. Yeah, we can go McKissick. Let's go McKissick and Wandale
because we do have the correlation with the Giants. Would have been nice if we got one of those running backs.
Who do the Giants play in Week 17?
Week 17 Giants. They play. Oh my god, who the fuck do they play? I literally remember looking at this. I called it out.
I got it. I'm looking it up.
No, they play a high-paced offense. I remember that. Who was it? The Giants play against not a high-paced, but like a decent game for a top pick.
Let me just look it up.
A top pick plays against them week like a top 5 pick plays against them week 17. I remember that because is it like the fucking is it the Colts?
It's the Colts.
Yeah, okay, it's the Colts. The reason why I'm saying that is because I do remember a top 5 pick was playing against them.
What top 5 pick is on the Colts?
You fucking dumb.
What?
Who's the top 5 pick on the Colts?
Who?
JT.
Oh, a top 5 fantasy pick.
Yeah.
I thought you meant an NFL draft pick.
No.
I was like, what? They didn't pick top 5 this year. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my
See, I was picturing when you said a top 5 pick, I was like, oh,
God.
it's that you saw like an NFL Network commercial of like Zach Wilson, like one of those like top 5 pick like promos that they do. Anyway, what should I sell Claypool for in Dino? I mean, Claypool is one of those guys to me that's like almost a hold, but because I think his value is about an early 2nd round rookie pick.
The problem with him is that your 2022 drafts are going to be done. I'd want more than a 2023 2 straight up for him, but I don't think you can even package him with a 2 to get a 1. So he's probably just a hold.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with Claypool as well. If you could get like a 2024 2 and 3, would you take that for Claypool?
I'd need more. I'd probably need 2 2s at that point. 2023 2 and 2024 2, I'd probably consider
What
that.
if somebody offered you like Claypool and like, or a 2 and like a rebuilding like back end 2 value player with him?
Like who you thinking? Like if we associate a name.
Let me pull up my manifesto right now. Who I have ranked in that range?
Tolbert.
Yeah, like Tolbert or Pierce or fucking. Okay, late 2nd rounder, like Mechie or Christian Kirk or something.
I'd probably take that in the 2. I would.
Yeah,
because I think because Claypool's value from next year is probably going to be like the 203, if I were to guess.
Yeah,
For
something
next
like
year's
that.
class. It's
Might
hard.
even be a little worse than that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
CD or Waddle and Smith. I'm gonna take Waddle and Smith there.
Yeah, I'd probably say so as well. That's close though.
How do we feel about another Claypool question? Being a top 3 wide receiver overall this year. He's confident. I mean, his reception perception's really fucking bad. So
It's terrible. We'll give a team review here. So if you're looking at that, we got our 3 quarterbacks here: Allen, Cousins, and Mini Allen, as people want to coin him because he got Brian Dable, but it's so cringe. Go to running back, Spicy. So our running backs, I mean, we are going to have to catch up a little bit. No, like on our team.
Oh yeah, like our team, like on the side.
Yeah. Walker, Hunt, Madison, Algier, McKissick.
I like that core for a 0 RB though. I really do like that core. I'd rather have CPAT, but then I wouldn't have Algier like with both of those guys though.
Yeah.
So.
Go to receivers, and then receivers are like the clear strength here. Diggs, Allen, McLaurin. Oh my god.
Yeah, our receivers are stupid.
Stupid. And then at tight end, we have what? Goddard and one more. No, Goddard and Fan. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need to grab another tight end at some point.
100%.
We could grab Logan Thomas. We have a bunch of Washington.
So Drew Lock just went. What are we don't need a 3rd quarterback. What am I talking about? We can close off with Mechie, though. We might
if
want
Lock
somebody
had fallen, I would have said that we should have picked them. By the way.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. So the running backs, I don't know.
Ingram's pretty huge value if he falls.
What's his ADP? No, I mean it's the same.
Dude, the second an Alvin Kamara suspension gets handed down, Ingram's ADP is going to like the 120 range.
For texture, I don't hate it. It's just I don't know how much I believe a 33-year-old running back.
I don't believe in him a ton either, but he could have some touchdown or bust weeks, even if Kamara is on the field.
It seems so Mike Davis-y.
Yeah, but Mike Davis was a 5th round pick, not a fucking 18th round pick.
But he didn't even pay off as an 18th rounder, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he would have. If you got him in the 18th round last year, he definitely would have paid off.
Where would he finish?
He had spike weeks. That's not what we're not looking for his finish. We're looking for how many spike
weeks.
No,
I don't know. We'll work his spike weeks. That's what I'm looking at. What other running backs are there?
It's not like there's like a bunch of great options here.
Like I would take Dearna straight up over Mark.
I'm cool with just taking both of them.
That's fair.
And closing out our running back core.
Yeah, okay, we could do that. That's fair. Okay, we can get some texture there. And I would want to go Dearness for sure. I think Dearness can get traded or something, bro. I don't think he's a Brown.
Possible. Spicy, can you get a first for Claypool? I doubt it. Even if you threw in a second, I doubt you'd get a first for him. What's up?
With our texture, we're making the bet against Nick Chubb.
We are, yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I guess we kind of double condomed it.
No, it's not a double condom though, because technically speaking, their path of relevance is completely different. Dearness is going to be the grinder, the backup to Nick Chubb, and Hunt's going to be the change of pace guy. Yeah, so like realistically, they're both going to be valuable.
Cleveland Browns for me, but Trade to some contender who doesn't care about his future picks. Yeah, it really all depends on what your league market is.
Yeah.
Spicy. If someone's willing to give you, if I could flip Chase Claypool in a 2023 second for a 2024 first, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I don't think you'll be able to.
Bro, this guy added like
I'm
30
taking
people.
Chase for Jefferson, especially if I get a third or a second, make it a must accept trade. Yeah, if you can get anything on top of either guy, then I'm cool just swapping. Yeah, you can get that JT Saquon week 17 correlation if you want to go early RB. Yeah, dude, I have a couple drafts where I've gotten JT Saquon at the turn. Like at the first pick, I take JT, and then at the 2-3 turn, I get Saquon. And just having those two freaky ass fucking running backs to start off a draft just feels super satisfying.
Where are we at here? So 3-7-7-2 so far. We have 2 more picks. So we need a tight end for sure, and then we probably need one more receiver to close off this build.
You want another receipt? We only have one more pick.
We have 2.
We have to take a tight end. No, we don't.
Oh, I thought we were in the 19th. My bad. Yeah, we need to take a tight end
in the 20th round.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Brevin Jordan's not a bad pick here. Who else we got a tight end? Right?
I'd rather go down. I'd rather like an upside, like an Auten or
Kate Auten has no upside. Trust me.
Yeah, no, never mind. I just threw that name because he's young. Fucking hell.
OJ Howard's kind of an interesting pick because we have Josh Allen and we don't have Dawson Knox.
What about Ricky Seals-Jones or Bellinger? Because we have Daniel and we have the Giants.
I'd rather just take Brevin Jordan, dude. I think he's actually just like a half decent player, and he showed something last year as a rookie.
We can go Brev. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah. To me, he just stands out as a guy that might actually be good, and the rest of these guys probably aren't. So
that's fair. I mean, we know the guy that's probably the most talented on the board, but he's just in the fucking double handcuff situation.
Who? Howard?
Johnny.
Or Johnu. Yeah, Johnny's. Yeah.
Fucking pain.
He seems like he can't put shit together in his fucking mind either.
That makes me sick, man.
If you're curious, Flet of how we're drafting, we got Spicy Hot drafting for us right now. That's why I don't know if you're confused of how we're doing this.
I think he's probably confused that because he didn't realize we were live, maybe.
True.
Where do we leave off, by the way, in comments?
We're all caught up.
Oh, we are dope.
Yeah, we are all caught up. So yeah, feel free. We're gonna head off here after our draft is done. We'll review our team real quick, and then we'll head off of here because I am absolutely starving.
You're Spicy. I wanted to make sure I knew how many drafts we're doing. Here you go. 1 sec. Here, just head conversation for now. I'm quickly doing some.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, overall in these drafts, I like grabbing an anchor quarterback and then kind of fading QB2 a little bit, and then grabbing a better QB3. That's personally the direction I've been going, just based on how the board's been falling, because I'm just frankly not willing to draft like Trevor Lawrence or Tua Tagovailoa over like Saquon Barkley. Like, I'm just not gonna do it,
bro. PayPal is taxing me fucking $230 to send $5 to Spicy Hot.
He just said don't worry about it in the background of the chat.
Oh, I already sent it.
If you want to, Spicy Hot, you can just like work up a tab for us and we can just send you it all at once at one time.
Why am I getting taxed fucking literally 50% of what I'm sending? Like, PayPal's a scam, man.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Okay, yeah. So let's review the team real quick. 101 with JT, Pittman, and Saquon at the 2-3 turn, all in the week 17 correlation. Yeah, that's a nice little setup there.
Confused about the months. Apparently, I've been a member for 6 months. Yeah, you're the boy. What do you mean months?
Apparently, I've been a member for 6 months. Oh, like a member of the channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been a member of the channel for like 6 months. It's only like $5 a month, though, so it's not like we've been fleecing you. What are your expectations for AJ Dillon this year, and more importantly, next year? I think AJ Dillon this year, I'm personally of the belief that I'm not all in on Aaron Jones. Everybody seems to be all in on Aaron Jones being like some fucking elite superstar receiving back. I think it's going to be the same kind of shtick we've been looking for the last couple of years, where AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones are splitting work, and Aaron Jones gets receiving work, but AJ Dillon gets some too.
Flet said there's another message. I'll quickly take a look.
Oh, no, we did not see it.
I didn't see it.
I may be faded, no bully, he says. That is facts. You can actually do that. You can select friends versus purchase. And what's the message say, Spicy Hot?
I did select friends.
What does it say?
He's talking about the thingy that you can do if you're a member. You can promote how long you've been a member.
Oh,
that's dope.
true,
What the
true.
fuck?
True. These puppy 2 drafts have been giving me a headache. Yeah, they've also been giving me a headache as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, the members thing looks cool in the chat. So worth it. Big facts.
Yes,
Zoom
sir.
call after you clowns eat. Yeah, for sure.
I
And
gotta go
also,
for the gym
those of you
first.
guys that are members, we're going to at some point. I honestly just it slipped my mind. I'm gonna make some like custom logos now that our merch logos came in. So I'll make some like custom badges for you guys that are members, so it looks a little cooler than the like green fucking splotch that it is now.
Also, I am going to before we hop on a call, I definitely gonna eat, but I also have to go to the gym because fucking last week obviously I was slacking because we were in New
Yeah,
York.
true. Okay,
But
so
later.
we're gonna head off of here. Thank you guys for joining us. We will have some videos coming at you for the rest of the week. I'll just go over the content schedule right now. So we're gonna drop 2 more Dynasty Decisions episodes the next 2 days because we have to get in our quota of ad reads for Manscaped. So we are gonna have some Dynasty Decisions. So for those of you guys that are patrons, by all means, send in your teams and we'll get you on, and we'll try and work away at the queue that we got going. On Thursday, I'm going to be dropping a video that I wanted to do actually a couple months ago, but it kind of slipped my mind. But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it this Thursday, called how to handle the Dynasty Fantasy Football Calendar, which is basically when you should be trading for certain types of players, what players are overvalued and undervalued at certain times of the calendar year, right? Because January to whatever March, like the veterans are completely undervalued because everyone was concerned with rookies and vice versa. So that'll be kind of interesting for those of you guys that play Dynasty. And then Friday, I'll actually have an interview video with Edwin because I want to ask him about J.K. Dobbins and Cam Akers and Travis Etienne, some of the guys that are coming off of major injuries. So again, stay tuned for all that kind of stuff. These guys are all fucking talking about some shit. Damn, just missed it. AP and Lev Bell are boxing. What the fuck?
What?
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Talk to you soon.
Peace.